Hey guys, and welcome to yet another series of Wixo. This is the final one, I promise, until at least anyway, this one reaches ep 50. I know I said I wouldn't, but now it's happening. This one I'm gonna record multiple episodes of right away so that you guys can at least have 5 episodes of the series before it dies, probably more. But anyway, we are going to be starting over here in India, where the red team will begin rapidly expanding along the coasts of their continent. They'll end up looking like this, and their population is growing fast. Now, the Indians are simple people. They haven't developed many technologies, as you can probably guess, seeing as humanity just started. So they wouldn't have very early technologies, but they quickly expand around the coast and reach many areas of interest across India and wrapping around up here to Pakistan. Now, many believe this empire is getting too large, as ancient empires didn't really last to be this large. So we were going to see a couple. Okay, then. Several rebellion groups pop up in Rend, India, and India didn't really have many points of interest in some of these areas, but the one they're most angry about is the yellow team. However, they won't attack it right away, and they'll try to sneak around the top of it. The yellow team will obviously not allow this and will quickly go on a large land conquest into central India. They'll take this large area of land and quickly begin expanding further, causing the blue team to get a little bit worried at this massive country on their northern border. Um, as I said, the blue team feels weak, and so they will quickly expand up to this point along the yellow team's border and down along here to the Bay of Bengal is what I believe this is called. I'm not sure, but they will quickly go here and claim the southern tip of India, making them the largest empire to this point in world history, at least this world's history. It will quickly expand up, and many countries, including the yellow team, will get worried, and so the yellow team will expand, causing the blue team and the red team to get worried. So they'll expand, and it's just a constant cycle of people getting scared about the other expanding until they've all founded this some control of India region. The Lion team is just kind of chilling. They're just expanding along the coast a little, but they're not getting as big as the other ones. And again, some rebellions are going to pop up because they can't really control this large of land this early in history. It's not possible. Well, it is possible, but they just don't have the ability to do it. So, of these countries that we see appear, you have the dark blue one, the purple one, and the those are really all for them. Also, just this color wheel on the side that you can probably see some of. I'm trying not to have it there for most of the video, but when I'm making new colors that aren't on the map already, I'm going to have to pull it out. But hopefully you don't see too much of that. I can put it like that. Hopefully that's a little bit better. But most of the times we'll try to have it X'd out. But anyway, some rebel and some don't rebel. But after all the rebellions and um there aren't really conflicts, but after all the rebellions, this is what we have India looking like. A mix of um medium-sized states, I'd probably say, with with either the blue team down here or maybe this one up here being the largest. So the lime team, as you can see, has been exempt from this, And so the Lime team will be able to continue on their joyful conquest across the globe, but not actually across the globe, into well, into India. They will not India, Persia. What the heck, me? Iran, not Persia. I'm saying the wrong name. They will quickly expand around the Persian Gulf and go down here to meet up with Qatar. And they've built themselves a pretty sizable empire, as we've seen with some other states here. However, these always collapse, don't they? Over here, we have purple team troops entering into northern India. Many people in the yellow team don't want their fellow yellow peoples to get invaded. However, they will stay out of this wars. The government is kind of isolationist at this point in the yellow team. There isn't a lot of interactions between countries, and this is like the first major war to take place. But anyway, we have purple team troops pouring into the orangish yellow team that looks kind of like the color of South China, and it is Wixo, but not quite. Anyway, purple team troops will make a spearhead up here into the more populated regions of the country, well, other than the ones they already took, as this area is kind of the more populated. But anyway, they'll push and they'll fail. Just kidding. They'll push and they'll push and they'll push and they'll get pretty close until they don't. When here in these positions, they will capitulate and whoa, not that much. They will capitulate and fully annex the orange team. So that is what this looks like on the map. Now, I was speaking of the Lime team before, and that is because they are going to have a little problem. Arabia will form out of the Arabian territories of the Lime team and quickly begin to go down into the holy cities area in the Wixo place, and they'll send some explorations across the Arabian Desert and land in the holy city area of Islam in real life. So yay for them, they have two holy cities. Anyway, they will quickly begin expansion across to connect up these two colonies. One person says, hey, how about we just go across the desert? It would be much faster. And they're like, no. And they end up connecting like this-ish. But yeah, that's interesting. More troops will pour into the Arabic desert, but they'll mostly stop around here. Now, what does the Lime team think about this events that have occurred? Well, as you can see, they kind of still have some little enclaves of territory in here. However, they signed an agreement with the dark green team that allows them to go through there to connect with their exclaves, not enclaves. Those are enclaves of the dark green team, but they're exclaves of the Lime team. But anyway, they will still expand and going up here to the Caspian Sea, forming a pretty nice Persian Empire over here. But yeah, that may not last long, as we've seen with India over here. Speaking of India, the dark red team and well, not the dark red team, the red team and the light red team will unite to form one large empire. And of course, as always, somebody or someone doesn't support it, and so the dark red team will form out of the remnants of the light red team. But the normal colored red team doesn't really care as they begin to expand, as they now encompass their full height of territory, minus the dark red team. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Please like and subscribe as we're trying to reach 100 subscribers by 2026. We just need 30 more, not 70. And I'll see you in next video.